Hello students, now in this video we will see logical connectives and their truth table. Already in previous video I had taught you that we have to see the first three logical connectives and later on again few more logical connectives. First of all we will see three logical connectives that are AND, OR and NOT. So now let me take an example. So let the statement P that John is 6 feet tall, and the another statement is there are 4 students in the class. Now suppose these two statements are there, and let me use the first logical connective, that is AND. So using AND, how does this statement becomes? I will write P and Q. P and Q. That statement becomes John is 6 feet tall and there are 4 students in a class. In the class. So now for AND there is a notation as such, and it is known as conjunction. This notation is known as conjunction. Now let us see the truth table for this. Now there are two statements P and Q, so there are 4 possibilities. Let me write a truth table P, Q and P and Q. Now there are 4 possibilities. So P may be true, Q is also true. P may be false, Q may be true. Again P may be true, Q may be false, or both are false. Now this AND is true only when P is true as well as Q is true. So P is true, Q is true, both are true, then and then this P and Q is true, otherwise it is false. So this table is known as a truth table for P and Q. Similarly, we will see the truth table for OR and NOT also. Okay. Now this is the truth table for P and Q. Already I had taught you that we can use a notation for true as 1 and for false as 0 also. So in that one, in some of the books, that truth table may be given as PQ, P and Q. So that may be given as such 1 1 0 1 1 0 or 0 0. So 1 1 will give 1, means true true will be true. Again false true gives false, and here also false. As such also we can prepare a truth table for P and Q using another notation for the truth values true and false. True is denoted by 1 and false is denoted by 0. Now let us see the next logical connective, that is OR. So using OR, the same statements let me write. The second connective, that is OR. Using OR, this statement P or Q, it will become John is 6 feet tall, or there are 4 students in a class. In the class. Okay. Now here this OR is denoted by as V, and it is known as disjunction. This notation is known as disjunction. So the truth table for this one P, Q, P or Q. So the truth table, again 4 possibilities: true, true, false, true, true, false, and false, false. Now this OR statement or the OR logical connective is true if one of them is true, and it is false if both are false. So now both are true, then it is true. Now here Q is true, P is false, still it is true. P is true, Q is false, so it is true, and both are false, then it is false. Now using 0 and 1 you can prepare a table on your own basis. One more thing, this OR is also known as, here this OR is also known as inclusive OR. Inclusive OR. Now why it is known as inclusive OR, let me tell you it later on. Just a minute, let me see the next logical connectives and then I will explain with the example why it is known as inclusive OR, because there is one more OR, exclusive OR also, and it has another notation. Okay, now the third logical connective is NOT. So third one is NOT. Now I have to write negation of P. This is a notation for that, not P, or let me write a word, not P. Not P. So here P is what? John is 6 feet tall. So not P will become John is not 6 feet tall. Similarly, if I have to write not Q, then I must write there are no 4 students in a class. Okay. Now this not is denoted by this notation. This is not, and also there is another notation for it, or I can write as such also. The equivalence is also denoted using this symbol. So better way to use this symbol here. Okay. Now what is the truth table for this? P and not P. So if there is now one variable only, so one variable has only 2 choices. It is either true or false. So P is either true or false. But if P is true, negation P must be false, and if P is false, then negation of P will be true. Negation means same as not P is true. Okay. Now there is one more connective, that is I have taught you that about OR, that there is one more connective, that is exclusive OR. That exclusive OR is denoted by exclusive OR. Exclusive OR is denoted by this symbol, and you know, an assertion which contains at least one prepositional variable is called prepositional form. Now let me tell you, first of all, I will write the definition. Let me tell you first of all what is the difference between exclusive OR and inclusive OR. For that, let me take an example, and later on I will explain the truth table for exclusive OR also. Now let us see an example. Suppose Sudha is wearing a sari, or Sudha is wearing a blue dress. Now Sudha is she can either wear a sari or a dress, but both cannot be true or false at the same time. So if either OR is there, then such a thing is in exclusive OR, and if OR is there, just as we had seen an example, John is 6 feet tall, or there are 4 students in a class. So there is inclusive OR. Now here one of the thing is possible, both cannot be possible. In that example both things are possible at the same time, but here only one of the thing is possible because this is about the same person. So this is known as exclusive OR. So when either or, in short I can say when either or is there, that is exclusive OR. That is exclusive OR what is the notation? This one. Now only OR, then that is inclusive OR. This is inclusive OR. Now here the notation is this one. Okay. Now this is the basic difference. Now the truth table for exclusive OR. Let me write truth table for exclusive OR. That is for this notation. Now P, Q, here are also two statements and they are connected using exclusive OR. Q. Now again these are either true, so false, true, true, false and false, false. Now here in exclusive OR, if both are true, then it is false, because here look at this, Sudha is wearing sari and Sudha is wearing a blue dress. Both things are not possible at the same time. So this statement, if this is also true and this one is also true, then this exclusive OR gives us what? False, as this is not possible. But if one of them is true, then it is true. And same thing, this is, if the first statement is false and the second is also false, then also this is false. Okay, this is the truth table for exclusive OR. Now let me write a definition of prepositional form: an assertion which contains at least one prepositional variable. At least one prepositional variable. What are the prepositional variables? Just like here we have taken P, Q, these are the prepositional variables. So prepositional form. A definition: an assertion which contains at least one prepositional variable. One prepositional variable. Is called a prepositional form. Okay. There is one more definition, is of well-formed formula. Any prepositional form which connecting the variables, any prepositional form which connecting the variables is called well-formed formula. Of prepositional logic. It is denoted by, the notation for well-formed formula is WFF. Now, for example, what are the well-formed formula? Just we are seeing three logical connectives, that are P and Q, P or Q, P exclusive or Q, etc. Now, one more thing about inclusive OR and exclusive OR. Let me tell you that whenever the questions about transforming English sentence to logical form and logical to English, that time be careful about inclusive OR and exclusive OR. Now, apart from these logical connectives, there are two more logical connectives, that are implication and equivalence. Equivalence is also known as double implication. So now let us go towards them. So fourth logical connective is that implication. So let me write about implication. Fourth logical connective is implication. The notation for that is implies, or also one more notation for that is as such. In some of the book it is given as such. So here we will write P implies Q. That can be written as P implies Q, and also it is equivalent to P implies Q. Both the notations can be used, but we are using this notation having an arrow. Now here this P is known as premise, hypothesis, or also it is known as antecedent. P has three different names: premise, hypothesis and antecedent, means the left hand side of this statement. Now the right hand side, that Q is known as conclusion, and also another name for this is consequence. Now let us see the truth table for P implies Q. P implies Q. Now again four possibilities: true, true, false, true, true, false and false, false. Now here in implication, this is false only when P is true but Q is false. Otherwise it is true. So when both are true, it is true. Here also it is true. Q is false, P is true, that time it is false. Here also it is true. For this one, if you have a doubt, let me take an example. That I will take an example. Suppose my statement example P is that I will fall into lake, and Q is suppose I will get wet. Okay. Now what does it says? Now I will fall, if I will fall into lake, then I will get wet, means both are true, so it is true. Now if I will not fall into lake, then I will get wet. Is this okay? No. So that time it will become false. Or if I will not fall into lake, I will not get wet, means both are what? False. That time also it is true. So this example shows you that if Q is false, if I will fall into lake, I will not get wet. How does this happen? This is not happen. So that time this is false. Okay, remember this thing. Now another thing, this P implies Q. P implies Q has various names, or this can be read in several ways. This can be read in different ways. These things are useful to you when you are converting English sentence into logical connectives. Now, what are different ways to read this statement? P implies Q. Now, first one, if P, then Q. This is first way. Second one, P only if Q. Third, these are various ways to read it. P is a sufficient condition. P is sufficient condition for Q. Fourth one, Q is necessary condition for P. Fifth way, Q if P. Sixth way, Q follows from P. Then seventh way is Q provided P. Q provided P. Eighth way, Q is logical consequence of P. Q is a logical consequence of P. Ninth one, Q whenever P. These are various ways to read P implies Q. Okay. Now we have seen that P implies Q. Now if I write Q implies P, this statement is called as a converse of this above statement, converse of the previous one. Now in schooling you had learned about the converse, and suppose I am taking Pythagoras theorem that a right angle triangle at B, then if there is a right angle triangle at B, then the hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of squares of the other sides. Similarly, the converse statement can be written as if the hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of squares of other side, then that triangle is a right angle at the common point of the other sides. Okay, so this is known as a converse. P implies Q, then Q implies P is called a converse. Similarly, if I write negation Q implies negation P, this is called a contrapositive. The contrapositive. This is very important contrapositive statement. We are using this statement in many proofs. Also, whenever you are going for programming, whether that program is correct or not, as already I had taught, this application of this course is that to check the program is correct or not. In that time also we are using this contrapositive statement. So this is important. Now let me check that this P implies Q is equivalent to the negation Q implies negation P or not. Means I want to say these both statements are same. So whenever we are taking P implies Q, we can use negation Q implies negation P also. So let us check this one using truth table. Suppose we have P, Q. I will write P implies Q. Now you know there are four possibilities: true, true, false, true, true, false, and false, false. Now you know P implies Q is false only when Q is false, P is true, otherwise it is true. So here I will write true, this is false, and this is also true. Now we have to check about negation Q and negation P. So now for that I must take negation P, or let me write negation Q before, then negation P, and then negation Q implies negation P. Let us check both of them gives the same column of truth values or not. Now negation Q. Now here Q having the value true, so negation Q will become false. Then again this true will become false. Again this will become true and true. Similarly, what about negation P? This will become false, true, false, true. Now look at this. Now negation P implies negation Q implies negation P. So false, false gives us true in implication. False, true. The premises may be false, but the consequence is true. Then also it is true. It is false only when the premises is true, but the consequence is false. So this is false and this is true. Now you can check that this column of P implies Q is same as negation Q implies negation P. Both are same. So I can say these statements are equivalent. Means in place of P implies Q, we can use negation Q implies negation P. That is contrapositive statement. Now let us see one note. As suppose only one variable, then it has two possibilities. It is either true or false. Now it has first of all it has two columns and with two possibilities only. Now suppose there are two variables P and Q, then it has four possibilities. How does they? P is either true or false, Q is also either true or false. Then P and Q are connected, then it may be true or true, or it may be true false, it may be false true, or it may be false false. As such, four possibilities are there, or just like a probability. If one coin is tossed, then it is either head or tail. But if two coins are tossed, then it is head head, head tail, tail head, or tail tail. Such a thing is there. So let me write a note. N variables are there. Suppose n variables, then it implies first n columns for variables. First n columns for variables. As we had seen, P, Q, P and Q, that time these first two variables, so first two columns are for those variables, two variables. Then second thing, there are 2 raised to n possible assignments. 2 raised to n possible assignments of truth values. As we had seen here that P and PQ are two variables are there, then they may be true, first one true, second one false, then again first one false, second one true, or they may be false. Such a four possibilities, or as I say the example of two coins are tossed, then we are getting four choices are there, or four possibilities are there. Same thing is here also. So this implies there are 2 raised to n rows. So that truth table having n columns for the variables first, later on the columns increases as the connectives given to us, but there are how many rows? 2 raised to n rows, because 2 raised to n possible assignments of truth values are there. Also this represents binary number. This represents binary number from 0 to 2 raised to n minus 1. Okay, I will explain this thing later on to you. Now let me take the next logical connective, that equivalence or the double implication. So fifth logical connective, that is equivalence, or that is double implication. It is denoted as P if and only if Q, or it can be read as P is equivalent to Q. P is equivalent to Q. Second one, P if and only if Q. Third one, P is a necessary. P is a necessary and sufficient condition for Q. These are various ways to read it. Now let us see the truth table for this one. So P, Q, P if and only if Q. So same thing, the possibilities for P and Q, they are either true true, true false, false true, or false false. Now this thing, P if and only if Q, is true only when both are either true or both are either false. Otherwise it is false. So it is true, and here also it is true. Otherwise it is false. Otherwise it is false. So this is about the truth table of this double implication or the equivalence. Now these 5 logical connectives, basically these 5, actually we had seen 6 logical connectives: and, or, not, exclusive or, implication and double implication. But now among these all 6, we are taking examples on 5. Here in your syllabus there is exclusive or, I have taken extra one. It is not given in your syllabus. So just remember that one. You don't need that thing. So examples are totally based on the 5 logical connectives only: and, or, not, implication and double implication. Okay. Now in next video we will see examples on these on these logical connectives to construct a truth table for them. Also we will see the definition of tautology, contradiction and contingency. Okay, thank you.